Hey everyone, Hallie Tally here, Digital Diva and owner of Knights of Bytes. Today is Monday, July 8th, and I'm here with your daily business cybersecurity briefing. So I want to talk to you about ransomware. Now, ransomware isn't anything new. We've talked about it in the past. In fact, I believe I talked about it last week. I've talked about it a number of times in the past few months, specifically because it's starting to rear its ugly head again. So I wanted to do a little bit of research and find out if we are starting to see a trend of more ransomware attacks or if it just happens to be hitting the news cycles a little bit more frequently. Now, what I have found is that it actually happens to be both. According to the Beasley Breach Report, where a company was doing an analysis of their clients, they found ransomware has increased 105% in Q1 of this year alone compared to Q1 of 2018. Now, a number of cybersecurity experts towards the end of last year were kind of saying that ransomware was ticking down with the number of attacks, but we're starting to see that number increase again. And this is important because a lot of small businesses are going to get caught in this kind of loophole. I shouldn't say loophole, but in this mindset of, well, it's not going to happen to me. I don't have anything important. I hear that over and over again. And unfortunately, I've talked about it before. It couldn't be further from the truth. Hackers do not have a discriminating bone in their body. They will go after anyone who they think is going to pay them, no matter how much it is. And here's proof of that. According to Coveware, which does a lot with ransomware, in fact, they do offer a number of services to help companies recover from ransomware. For a number of different types of companies, large and small. But this is what they found. The average ransom demand right now is just $12,000. Now, I say just $12,000. It's still a lot of money. But it's not those big gaudy numbers that you see in the news, right? Where they'll talk about Equifax and their data breach, or Facebook or Yahoo, 500 million, 600 million records have been leaked, and it's going to cost millions of dollars. In fact, I believe Virgin Airlines was just assessed their fine, and I believe it was in the $20 million range. I don't have that exact number at hand, but I believe I saw that on the ticker today. So we hear these gaudy numbers, we think that's what ransomware really is, or cyber attacks really are. But in reality, ransomware is tens of thousands of dollars. I mean, that's why hackers use this, because it doesn't matter what size you are. If you have a few $1,000s, they'll try and take it from you. In addition, Coveware found that the average downtime due to ransomware is also increasing to over 7 days. Now, this has increased in the past year, and downtime is including the time from when you have been infected with ransomware to the complete time that you're able to recover and get back up and running. Now, I don't know about a lot of businesses out there, but I would assume that most of us cannot withstand having 7 days of literally no access to our systems. And finally, Coveware actually also totaled the cost of recovering, including downtime, meaning loss of sales or loss of revenue, and found that the average business, no matter what size, again, this isn't large businesses, it's not specific to small, it's across the board, found that the average downtime of about just over 7 days costs a business somewhere around $64,000. Now, again, these numbers aren't those gaudy numbers that we're seeing in the news. These are real everyday businesses having to pay the ransomware, having to suffer the consequences for not making sure that they have the right things in place to prevent a cyber incident, and to have the right things in place that when a cyber incident does happen, it can be minimized and localized to a smaller section of your systems versus your whole network. Now, as always, if you have any questions, you can certainly send me an email to htally@knightsofbytes.com, or you can post your comments or questions below. This video will be available on our Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube channels, so please like, follow, and share those videos from those locations. As always, have a great day and safe computing, everyone.